is a Cosmic Octave original podcast.
Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler. Jesus.
I'm eating a muffin. You got to do it.
All right, well, welcome to Off Panel, Off Topic. I'm Tyler, and that is Jake with his mouthful of muffin.
Oh, yeah.
Little alliteration there. Mouthful of muffin, mouthful of muffin. Jake's got a mouthful of muffin.
Not even a minute into the podcast.
Fuck yeah. What?
You're singing.
It
We're not
doesn't
even a
take
minute
me
in.
any time at all to get into the singing. It's been a while, so thanks for, coming back to us, because I was sick last week. Like,
You
felled.
rat bastard.
I was felled by a really heavy, my brain felt like it was wrapped in cotton. I couldn't even drive myself to urgent care. It was bad. So we had to get together on Sunday because today, or rather 2 days ago, the Marvels premiered. The new MCU movie starring Brie Larson and Tiana Paris and Iman Vellani.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. And Samuel L. Jackson. So we went and saw that movie
Yeah.
earlier today.
That is
And
a fact. The
you know,
Marvels, everybody.
and we're missing my Vikings playing right now for this podcast.
Oh, I bet that really...
I'll eat your ass.
What?
What did you just say?
Makes no sense whatsoever.
Boring!
Oh, we'll get to you later as heel versus babyface. Can't wait for that. But anyway, today we are talking about the Marvels. We're talking about Loki, talking about Gen V. So we just got out of the Marvels a little bit ago. So before we get to the spoilers, what do we think of this movie?
It made some interesting choices. I'm glad to see a female-led movie. I think that whole A-Force sequence back in Endgame,
Yeah.
I think deserved a little criticism, a little bit,
Yeah.
But when it's part of the story and everything, and it makes sense for the story, I think it was good. I think it was a really interesting. We don't see a lot of female-led superhero movies or action movies, and I thought they did a really good job on it. And again, they made some interesting choices that I might not have made, but good art challenges you.
Yeah.
And it challenged me for about 5 minutes in the middle there. Woo! Ooh, boy. You know what I'm saying?
I think for the most part it achieves its goals. I think that the criticism, the worry coming in of needing to see WandaVision, needing to see Secret Invasion and the Miss Marvel show to get context for this, I think they did a good job of explaining it all.
Yeah.
And staying true to Kamala's character, being a fangirl, that we get that story through her drawing a comic book.
Yeah.
And fanfic has always been in
Which is
her-
fun. I thought it was a fun little... That's one of the things I liked about the Miss Marvel TV series was... God damn it. The different ways that they did... they would do her comics animated and stuff, and the end credits were always really cool with the art and stuff. So yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. The performances all around. I wouldn't submit anybody for an Academy Award.
Oh, I would. Sam Jackson was fantastic in this movie.
Oh, cool! It's Carol. One of the best. One of the best lines in an MCU movie ever. Oh, cool,
I think it's an interesting step of where Marvel's headed and what's going to be next.
Yeah. Lot of flags
I do
pointing.
feel like there were definitely scenes that was like, okay, we get it. This is trying to appeal to a female audience. We understand that.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can come off a little weird and a little forced, I feel like.
Yeah.
But
But
we'll get to that. So let's just
right, and again, the main thing is
it was I enjoyed it.
They
I
did
really
it well. There could have been done better, sure, but that you can say that about a lot of things. I think it was a good movie.
Pizza time.
That's your warning. We're getting into it, everybody.
Pizza time.
Spoilers abound.
So I'm sorry, but I don't want the musicals. I don't want the musical stuff. I don't care for it.
That's just not your thing. Musicals.
It's just not. I don't really want to go through the movie step by step unless you want to. We can.
Usually we don't.
We
We just kind of talk about the things we want to talk about.
I didn't really like that at all, but I understood that it was a choice. It was an artistic choice that maybe didn't appeal to me, but appealed to somebody else. And so it's like, okay, so I understand that other people like this stuff. And honestly, once they started doing the whole stop running, let the Flurkins eat you sequence, that kind of made up for it.
Yeah, because that's the thing. This movie takes a lot of chances and it takes swings and
doesn't always hit.
Well, I don't even
but
think.
But more often than not, it gets a base
The musical
hit.
stuff that you were talking about didn't bother me nearly as much.
I think it could have been written better. I think
it was fine. In my opinion, I thought it was something new. It was something interesting, and that's something I can't say for a lot of these movies.
Okay. True.
However, I would have preferred there be it is a little, the way that I think you're looking at it was the pacing seems a little off because we're coming into the introduction of this and it's very Disney princess style musical, old Disney stuff. And then a couple scenes later, they're getting attacked by the Kree. So it's it's a little disjointed. But
I think
having Kamala and Monica
there
made it better.
Yes,
they were having
that
fun with
second scene with the singing when they met the prince and she turned
that big musical dance.
Every so often they would turn to those two and they were doing something silly or stupid or whatever and just kind of rolling their eyes, whatever. And I thought that was really funny. And it's not my style. It's just that I don't write music that way. And writing musicals takes a special talent that I don't have. You kind of have to know a little bit about musical theory to write a good musical. I don't have that. And since I didn't if instead of Iron Maiden I'd grown up with Rodgers and Hammerstein, you know what I mean? Maybe I would be writing musical type stuff, but I grew up with Iron Maiden instead of Rodgers and Hammerstein and
What?
Andrew Lloyd Webber. Shut up. You fucking jerk.
Did
I tell you I'm going to Iron Maiden next October? Yeah.
I could write a book about what you don't know.
And that's going to be off-panel, off-road stuff.
I'm not going to play the sounder for that.
No, I'm going to... I don't want you to. I mean, I'm going to record what I do. I'm hoping the Vikings play that Sunday because the concert...
Fuck you.
All right, we'll get your ass to Mars.
Yeah, we're relying too much on the soundtrack.
Get your ass to Mars.
I don't think it's possible.
I think that we were talking about it a little bit after we were in the car, and I was like, I love it when Marvel does team-ups.
Yes.
I love team-ups shit. That's why I think I really enjoyed Thor Ragnarok. One of the reasons why is because Hulk's teaming up with Thor in that movie. And it's just fun to see these characters still interact in this lived-in world when it works. And I think they do a really good job of blending all three of their stories together. Dude, the fucking fight scene in the Khan's living room was awesome.
Yeah.
The part where fucking Monica shoots herself up in the air, jumps out of this guy's arms, and then phases through, punches through him, and then phases through him on the other side and hits him again. I was like, that's so cool. And then it cuts to Carol, and there's some really cool fight scenes in this.
Very imaginative fight scenes.
Yeah.
Fight scenes by now, you really have to turn it up a notch to really get noticed and to not be oh, ho-hum. And I think they did a good job of that. I could care less for the villain, honestly. I mean...
Yeah, it does have that...
The actress was good, but...
That's did you know that's Tom Hiddleston's wife?
I did not.
So I was kind of crazy that they had the Loki thing and then his wife be the villain of this movie. Kind of crazy. Anyway.
We'll talk about the possible Loki ramifications. We'll segue off of this into Loki.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a whole smorgasbord.
She does run into the factor of the problem is that I think she was fine for a villain because if you look at it,
I don't mind her.
She full on annihilated 2 planets.
Yeah. Her name is Dar-Ben, and she is from the comics, I believe. I don't think they referenced anybody else. But here's one thing that I really dug a lot is in the comics, the Supreme Intelligence is this big green blobby fucking like 4-eyed thing, like in a jar, like a massive like green head. It's fucking cool as shit. And it's so hokey and everything and just so comic booky, you know? And the way that they did it in Captain Marvel was they had Annette Bening or, you know, they played it off like, you know, who do you see when you visit the Supreme Intelligence? You know, you remember that?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, crap, that's a good way to do it so that, because it's kind of hokey looking, but I'm kind of disappointed because I don't get to see the big fucking green head floating in the jar and shit. That's cool. And they showed that when she went to destroy it. They showed the big green head with the eyes and shit when she destroyed it. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
We weren't fucking looking for it then.
Why are you so upset by that?
Because it was cool. It was cool to see. It was, even though I would have liked to see it more, what they showed was a good representation of it, but without going like too like into the comic booky realm of it. Which again, I would have liked to. If you're gonna show it for 5 seconds, give me the fucking full Kirby treatment, dude. Just give me the full shit. Give me John Buscema, dude.
All over my face.
Oh, give me John Buscema all over my face, man.
Pervert.
Give me some, give shit, yeah. Oh my god.
Finish it! Finish it!
No.
I hate you so much. Like you just derailed this whole review. Hey, over here.
All over my face. No. So.
Now you're just trying to get drops.
Yep.
All right. It's not cool.
So.
No drop farming.
We're gonna do a drop for Don't Drop Farm.
Yeah. It's dropception. It was I think it was just fun to see all 3 of them together. They work as a team. I think they have really good chemistry. I think overall I expected that I would enjoy it. It came out really enjoying it.
Mm.
I mean, does it have... and you know what I really liked is they were able to tell a good story that was an hour and 40 minutes. And they did a good enough job to
crisp.
They did a good job of catching everybody up. Which, again, if you read comic books, it's very much how they do it in comic books. Yeah. Where it's like, only difference is there isn't an asterisk next to what they say to say, hey, it's in WandaVision.
See amazing fantasy number 12.
But yeah, it's like, oh, you got that power because you walk through a witch hex. And then there would be asterisk, see WandaVision.
See WandaVision.
And this show, again, or this movie does a really good job of saying, okay, maybe not everybody's seen this. And that's the Stan Lee approach. This is someone's first issue. So you have to constantly keep people caught up. And I think they do a good enough job of, this happened because this, and I have these magic bands that I go through space and time because, I did it in the
quantum bands.
The quantum bands.
I was calling them the nega bands.
Which
that's a thing, too, in the Marvel comics.
Yes, it is. Yeah. But I do like how they used it in the story and how... I love, again, I'm a sucker for team up, so I'm a sucker for training montages.
At the end of the movie, they both have. Oh, that was fun.
I love that.
That was a lot of fun.
Learning how to switch each other.
Jump
1,
in,
2, 3.
Jump in.
Or
jump in.
In the scene when they're fighting the Kree, I can't remember her name, but
Dar-Ben.
When they're fighting her, and
say it.
What?
Dar-Ben.
Dar-Ben.
Darving.
Darvin me crazy. That's a drop. Anyway, when they're fighting her and Carol's flying and she goes, Monica, tag me in.
Yeah.
And then she like switches and then she punches her like again in the fucking the living room fight scene where they're switching and they don't know how to do it but they keep going back and forth. It was just it was so fucking comic booky and that's what made it good. It leaned into it being like this insane comic book story.
Mm-hmm. And
that's probably the biggest compliment I can give it.
Yeah. It was really good. It was it's like if you want to have a really close representation of what comic books are like or what reading comic books are like in a audio-visual format like they have done with the Disney Plus shows and the movies, then that's what you got. And that's cool with me, and I liked it. And I'm also grateful that there was only one end credit thing instead of two.
Yeah.
Because I really had to piss.
Yeah.
Because why? Why did we have to piss so bad? Because wasn't the... let's go ahead and get this out of the way here.
To wrap it up...
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about in the movie before we bitch about the movie theater experience?
No, okay. Well, so we will get to, at the end of this review, we'll get to why we had to pee so bad.
I want to give a shout out to Sam Jackson because I like...
He's so good.
Where Nick Fury is in this part of the story where he's like... He's gone... And again, I never watched Secret Invasion. But I went through all that.
Most of it.
And all that happened. And now we're seeing a Nick Fury that's... kind of still doing it and wanting to save the world, but he's kind of like annoyed. Like he is an older Nick Fury.
He's over it.
And it comes through on the performance from Sam Jackson and it's so funny.
Yeah.
Like the part where Kamala and Monica are falling down back to Earth.
Yeah.
And and right before they fall they switch to Carol and she hits and he just goes, "Oh, cool, Carol." Like, well, I'm glad those other two didn't get splatted.
Yeah, like he's glad, but he can't do anything about it. Yeah. I think obviously we talk about the end credit scene. Okay, so she goes through the thing. Now
there's a rip in time and space, and Monica goes to put it back together.
I don't think they're gonna do like the X-Men movies all took place in an alternate timeline. I don't think they're going to, and here's why. Because I don't believe that they're going to bring over... Sure, they got Kelsey Grammer for the Beast again. Obviously, spoiler alert.
And Hugh Jackman's coming back.
We know that in Deadpool. And we know... I think that they're going to somehow combine the two universes through the Secret Wars event. But I don't believe for a second that they've taken all this time just to go back to like James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender. Yeah. I can't believe that for a second.
I think that they're going to have a new Magneto and a new Professor
Right.
X.
So I think this is... Motherfucker. I think this is a way to kind of a soft reboot because the Beast that we saw, that was not like a mocap suit or whatever. That was almost CGI. Entirely CGI.
Yeah.
Which to me looks better.
It could look better, but that's not the visual effects artist's fault.
Yeah, we're not worried about that.
I guarantee this was added like 2 months ago.
Who is that lady? Okay, well, my theory is that is that world's Carol Danvers, okay?
Which is what she was in Multiverse of Madness. Or no, yeah, she was still...
she was Captain Marvel.
Yeah, it was just her instead of Carol in Multiverse of Madness. Sorry.
Right, yes, exactly. Yeah, good one, man. Yes. So in the Marvel Comics... there's a group of rebels in the Shar Empire called the Starjammers, and they run around. And they're the main guy named Corsair is actually Scott and Alex Summers' dad. The Summers boys, Cyclops and Havoc, respectively, in the comics. And so, at one point,
sounds like an '80s video game.
Carol Danvers for a while was Captain Marvel or was Miss Marvel, and then she became binary. I can't remember how, but I think she was mute. I can't remember if she was a mutant or not. But I can't remember how she became binary, but that was her character for a while in the comics. And a lot of times when they show her like all powered up in the movies, they sometimes allude to that. Like that first scene where she powers up in Captain Marvel, where her hair's all... That's a lot like what binary is supposed to look like just a big beam of light with a vaguely human shape inside. But the costume is unmistakably binaries that she's wearing. So that's got to be her. And I don't know if they're... I mean, clearly she got knocked out into space, right?
Well, yeah, she fell back into that time.
Right, but not to a planet. So my guess is that somehow they're with the Starjammers in that universe. The X-Men are. It's for some reason, and might be explained in Deadpool. I don't know. But my guess is that they're gonna wrap all this up with like Secret Wars and do kind of a soft reboot for everybody.
Yeah.
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 But it was cool to see.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun movie, and like that was like, oh, okay.
That's always a cool Easter egg.
Like again, you could definitely tell the wheels are turning to get into the Fantastic Four and the X-Men
The
stuff.
other fucking Easter egg, where Miss Marvel tries to recruit Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Or Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
I wonder what that's. Is that setting up Young Avengers? Is what I'm assuming.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
'Cause it's gonna be teenage Avenger members.
So who do they have so far? They have her and her.
Those two.
No, the new Black Widow is Florence Pugh, who is too old, I think,
Well,
for the
she'll
Young
be on the
Avengers.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah. With Zemo.
Yeah. So I don't know what they're gonna do with the Young Avengers or how they're gonna do it, but I could imagine Ironheart's gonna join that team.
I'm assuming at some point they're going to try and bring Braun. You know, the Amadeus Cho.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to set that up and do that, but we'll see.
But we almost missed that Easter egg. So there you go.
I feel like what they're going to try and do is do something similar to the Netflix thing with the Defenders and kind of make Young Avengers more of like something that's a smaller thing on like Disney Plus or something.
Probably.
I can imagine. So,
yeah. Anyway.
You know what that means?
Stick around.
When that happens, you know.
What does that happen?
When it goes, I don't know. I'm getting
sloppy.
Is that it? We're going to close the book on the Marvels?
Closing the book on the Marvels. Let's move on to Loki.
No. We're going to break up the Marvel shit. I run this show, dude, not you, all right? And you need to remember that, all right? This got out of hand. This bit got away from me.
Get your ass to Moss.
Let's talk about Loki. The last two episodes, because we were out for episode 5. But we could honestly mostly just talk about the finale, because episode 5 I thought had a really the implications of the fact that like what we were setting up for this finale is like, yeah, Loki's got to figure this out on his own because and it's kind of filled that theory that I had that it was
Sorry.
We got an important phone call?
Can you pause it for a second?
Honestly, my favorite thing about the 5th episode was the record store scene where everything's unwinding, time's unwinding.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. Yeah, that was kind of neat. And then she had to stand up and like, well, I guess I got to go back.
I truly think they did not know what to do with her character in this season at all.
No.
So yeah, the finale, everybody's been talking about it. It's such a smart, well-written piece of television. Just the fact that they tied all of this together so well and weaved this of like him going back to the first season, the first episode, going back to changing the scene when he talks to He Who Remains, and like that sequence when he pauses Sylvie and says, "You think this is the first time we've had a conversation?" And then he brings it back, and then Loki stops her himself and goes, "Do you think this is the first time we've had this conversation?"
Yeah.
Like that's so good, and
he basically figures it all out on his own.
Yeah.
And
the centuries gag when he's like, "How long would this take?" Centuries, and it
centuries
says centuries later.
I
love it.
Which, yeah, I mean, like you've got enough time, right? Like, go for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think this is Loki's ultimate. I think it's a really fitting end for him. And I don't think it's the end for him. I think he's just evolved into he's evolved into the new Eternity to me. Eternity in the Marvel Comics, and we saw not really represented very well in Love and Thunder, which I still think was not a good movie.
That's fine.
Fuck you.
Have your
Tiki
opinions.
Watiti.
Why'd you say that? I didn't have it ready.
God damn it.
No, wait, hold on.
Do we even have it still?
Tiki Watiti.
It's all his fault.
No, I just
It really wasn't worth that.
you're gonna make choices, and those choices are going to be stuck after you make them. You know what I mean? Like the reason why, obviously, Tim Blake Nelson is going to come back as the leader in the new Captain America movie, I guess, because he was in that first Hulk, which was way
Yeah.
before they had an MCU.
Yeah.
So those little choices that Taika Waititi made in Love and Thunder are far-reaching, dude. And not a lot of them were great, I don't think. I don't really, the whole eternity being just a big rock is kind of like, I liked it being this anthropomorphic entity like outside of the Marvel Universe that you could visit and talk to. Like a big rock? Just saying. But I think he has become like that in this universe now. And we talked about this off the air, all of the different timelines that he's weaving together, different timelines, multiverse, all that stuff. And that has to do with what we saw at the end of Captain Marvel, too.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
because they're talking about incursions in that, and that's what, and that
Right.
ties into Multiverse of Madness. It ties into all of this. Loki season 1, this, and just to see where this character ends up is kind of insane, and kind of like it's just the dedication to keep him in that role and continue that character where I feel like you could have had an end in Infinity War.
Hot take.
What?
At the end of Multiverse of Madness, where Clea comes and says, "Hey, we have to fix this incursion,"
Yeah.
that's what she was talking about. What happened in the Marvels, at
Maybe.
the end of the Marvels. And the incursion happens anyway, right? It
Yeah.
does, and that's how Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty is born, and that's how we get Doctor Doom somehow. I guarantee it.
Also, I can see how they did this ending to keep them safe from Jonathan Major stuff, because
Yes.
honestly, you could cut Kang out of the rest of the story,
Yes.
because
They're not going to, but they could recast him.
he is sitting on the throne of He Who Remains. He is the one that's end of time. He's controlling the timeline now, not Kang.
Well, they have Kang or whatever,
Or
but
he's holding it together.
could
He's holding it together because he blew it up. So
right.
he's
They
the one,
could recast Kang anytime they want. They by opening the variant door, they've allowed that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could recast.
That's what's so crazy about it. It's the easiest character to recast.
Yes.
He's a multiverse character.
Yes. Like, I mean, there's like 9 different iterations of them, and they're all different.
Yeah.
I just itch my pits. Do you mind if I itch my pits?
Getting sweaty over there?
I'm gonna itch my pits.
Okay.
Hey.
I got it.
Hey, man.
What?
Hey, man. I'm gonna itch my pits.
Anyway, no, but that whole sequence when he finally understands it, it's almost the same kind of vibe from the first season when the the old school Loki does it. And it was such a cool thing. And there's so many callbacks to like the first Thor movie, and there's so many things to this character. And Tom Hiddleston finally got to talk about it because the strike ended, and the way he phrased it was like, this is the end of his journey, his 14-year journey.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that he wouldn't come back, but I think if he, just like with Wolverine, just like how it was with Logan, I think that was a perfect end
Yeah.
to Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Now, do I think that him being in Deadpool 3 I'm gonna be mad about it? No. We've talked how much excited I am. So if this is the end of Loki and this is the end of Tom Hiddleston, I think it's a great end.
Yeah.
However, given the nature of him being in control of time now,
Of the world tree.
he is the world
Yggdrasil,
tree. He's the god of stories now. So
which, by the way, super cool callback.
yeah, I love it.
So good.
And well, that visual of him just going out there, you see the horns slowly come up, and there's like this big crown, and you're seeing King Loki now.
I gotta be honest, man.
That's the thing too. He finally got the throne.
When he blew up the loom, and it like all those like spider webs, like basically timelines like exploded, and it was just dark out there and shit, dude. That was scary, dude. I was like, oh god, like just an endless. God knows what's out there, you know. But he knew what to do, man.
But to see this character go on this journey
Yeah.
of being this arrogant, pissed off, vengeful god
Mm-hmm.
to being someone that sacrifices everything to save all of the timelines.
It's beautiful.
Well, and I joked with you talking about it. I was like, I just wish Thor could see this version.
And I think he
this
will.
Loki.
I think he'll.
Because he'd be so proud of his brother, because that's all he ever wanted. He never wanted, like, Thor always loved Loki.
Mm.
And that could also, and we're not going to get into Love and Thunder. Well, I think that's why Thor's in that weird place, because he feels so much guilt. And I've seen this argument online that, like, Loki has such a better arc now than Thor, and I was like, do people forget that amazing 3-movie run from Ragnarok to Infinity War to Endgame for Thor? Like, his story is so, and it makes sense that Love and Thunder feels the way it does is because he's confused. He doesn't have anyone. His family's all dead.
Yeah.
His Asgard is gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, there's New Asgard, but that's not his home. And I love that callback to sending those scrolls to New Asgard in the Marvels when Valkyrie shows up. That was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that last shot of him like just grabbing it all, like all the timelines, and walking right towards the throne for He Who Remains. I was like, it's good shit.
Good shit.
Good shit.
I liked it.
His interaction with He Who Remains was good too. I like that a little bit. That surprised me. I wasn't I thought they were going to talk, but I didn't think it would be that long of a conversation.
I had no idea what to expect.
Mhm.
After I watched that penultimate episode, I was like, okay, so obviously the last episode is how to fix it, how they fix it, and I didn't expect any of it, and that's what it was good. Just like the Marvels, like there's some choices that were made that I didn't really care for, but again, if every piece of art that I viewed was all choices that I would make, then this world would be really boring to me.
Yeah.
Art has to challenge you, and I said this earlier in the podcast. It does. It has to give you a reason to be like, okay, well, maybe the way I've thought about things or the way I've looked at things isn't correct. And if it doesn't, then it's just mindless claptrap, and that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that claptrap. You know, we all watch. I love like Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares. Like I love like all the the Gordon Ramsay stuff. My mom loves The Voice and like America's Got Talent. Okay, it's not my thing, but like everybody's got their thing. You know, their guilty pleasure, whatever you want to call it. And I don't think there's anybody, I don't think there's anybody that's going out there going, I just want to watch stuff that's interesting and intellectually stimulating and everything. Like, no, everybody has to have like that. I put on Night Court or news radio, something I've seen a billion times just to turn my brain off. But everybody's got one. Everybody's got one.
Where do we go?
But I like stuff that challenges me. And that's two of the things that we have talked about already. Loki and the Marvels. Challenged.
And I saw people being like, wait, the time stone's green because it was Loki the whole time.
Hey.
I've been falling for 30 minutes.
For 30 minutes. That was pretty funny.
Anyway, I don't see a season 3. I think this is the end of Loki.
Should be.
For a while.
Yeah.
And that final shot has been, I've seen it all over Twitter. It's such a great shot of him just, this tear.
Single tear, like when you drop the wrapper on the ground in front of the Indian?
Native American.
That was a commercial back in the 70s. It was a.
I know what it is. All right.
Okay, all right. Well, fucking stop.
All right, just keep moving down the list.
Move on to the next. How long have we been recording already?
None of your damn business, all right?
You fuck off.
About a half hour.
Really? We're
A
burning
little
through this
over.
shit.
You know what we didn't talk about?
What? Gen V.
Gen V, that's right, buddy.
What were you about to talk about?
Gen V. I was making the segue.
Nice.
You fucking.
That's a great segue, dude.
This is episode 122, and we still sound like it's episode 1. We don't grow. So Gen V finale really was pretty surprising. To put it lightly. So at this point, we saw Shetty get killed. That Kate made her kill herself.
Mm-hmm.
So then Kate goes and says, we're going to free everybody in the woods in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And Sam's on board, but everybody else is like, wait a minute. Let's hold off on this because we don't know what could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, they get released. It's pandemonium. People are dying because Kate turns on her best Homelander impression and says, we are better than humans.
Mm-hmm.
And they deserve to die. So
Eat your hands, you fucking... yeah, that was fucked up.
oh yeah, eat your hands. Well, and we also we have this other thing with the virus timeline, but now we've also got. It's just this episode was intense.
Yeah. Oh my god.
All the way through.
Lots of blood, lots of gore,
and it really was like, oh shit, because you know what I was thinking is like, how much longer can this show go? Like this whole thing, because. Season 4 takes a month. It takes place a month after this happens. All the stuff that happened in Gen V, with the school going crazy, all the people from the woods. Then The Boys is going to pick up a month later.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, and it keeps ramping up, and I'm like, this show has to be coming to an end soon because this is getting crazier and crazier.
Well, like I mean,
and
like
if it follows the trajectory of the
totally,
comics, it's getting there.
It totally makes sense that like Kate and Sam end up being the ones because they took the bait and. They're the two who are most.
They were the tortured the most.
They're the two who are the most ripe for Homelander style indoctrination.
Because Shetty made me erase Luke's memories. Shetty did
Kate,
this to
Sam
Sam.
told Kate to make him feel nothing, so he could just go nuts. And it makes sense that like the guys that were trying to stop those two end up being stuck in a room or with no doors. And like all the hospital equipment and all that shit, and they're watching the news or whatever, and it's the two heroes of God, you or whatever.
Yeah, and like all of that was to see.
What's her name? Ashley from The Boys was pretty funny as usual. She's pretty.
Well,
great.
and you know what's funny is that the director dude is still alive. Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
showed it like he was almost gonna kill him, but who's the girl that can shrink? God, I can't think of her name. Emma stops him.
Yeah.
But like I was like, no, they're not gonna kill this guy, because it's just funny to have him and Ashley just in the background being like even more satirized like version of like Hollywood and capitalism and
and
the show, like it just, and then the end part where she blows off Kate's fucking arm,
right,
and she was trying to like control Jordan was fucking gnarly. And then the big reveal of Homelander landing. And again, Anthony, I think, I don't think there's an H in there. Anthony Starr fucking, again, is so good at this role and understands it so well that he gets so much out of this little spot.
Yeah.
Because you can tell he's gone. Like he's like, I am unchained.
Yeah.
Where he just wags his finger at her and he just goes, what kind of animal are you?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, man? That's so insane. Like, to do this to your own kind. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, shit. Like, and yeah, it's going to be wild. And I think I had low expectations and no expectations. Like, I liked The Boys going in, but I was really impressed with how much I enjoyed this show.
I was too. And it's a fucking whirlwind, like from start to finish. It didn't seem like, what was it, 6 episodes or 8?
8. Oh, excuse me, I just hit puberty. 8.
It went by fast, and the pacing
we
was
had
really
3
good
at the beginning too.
Right,
But
the
yeah, but the
pacing was
pace,
good.
yeah.
There was never really moments where you're like, okay, when's something gonna happen? The writers and everything were really good about keeping it fresh and moving along quickly without too much, needless exposition. They kind of expected you, hey, look, all you got to do is watch the recap at the beginning of each episode, and you'll know what's going on.
Yeah.
That way we don't have to use any exposition in this episode. We can go for the throat because you've already seen what's happened.
Yeah.
And I like that way of doing things. I wish a lot more shows did that.
So as the strike ended, we also finally got more details on season 4. So yeah, this season 4 will follow Gen V, and then there will be a Gen V season 2 after season 4.
Okay.
But yeah, this is supposed to be a month after.
When is that coming out? Do we know?
I think May of 24.
Mm.
I think, or they just said 24. I don't think they've given an actual date or a month yet. But the notes that were shared by Eric Kremke, he's the showrunner. He did say that you don't need to watch both shows to get the story, but he said you should absolutely do that, which I feel like they're gonna do much like the Marvels. You don't, like you said, you can just do a little bit of a recap, just enough to get people are smart enough they can connect the dots. Butcher also knows about the virus.
Well, we saw him show up at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Fucking cunts.
Yeah, the post credits.
Yeah. I'm Carl Urban.
Oi.
Cunt. Fucking cunts.
Yeah.
Cunt.
Also, Homelander is going to be on trial.
For what?
For lasering that person's face off.
Oh, fuck off.
Season 3. I'm not gonna I'll be honest. This new season is gonna make me real uncomfortable because it's gonna be too real. Because how they made him like Trump in the last season and then murdering someone and people cheering it.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
But I will say this though. This was a funny tweet I saw about somebody tweeted about the information. It was like, yeah, I can't wait for Homelander to do some really despicable shit with some violins, and then we're back to square one again. Because that does kind of see what happens at each season. But I'm excited for season 4 of The Boys. I think this did a good job, and I do truly think what they said is true. Like, this was a nice detour, but you don't need to watch Gen V. I'm imagining they're just gonna have a clip from the show being like, "This is a poison that kills soups," and that's enough. I don't know, man. Exciting times. You know what to talk about exciting? We haven't done this in a while.
What?
We're going back into the Griftaverse.
Oh, no.
Other people know it as the Rippaverse, but we know it as the Griftaverse.
The Griftaverse.
So last week, Mark Millar tweeted about Isom. Said, quote, "At Eric D. July kindly sent me the first 2 issues of his Isom series this week, and I love them. Hard to believe this is the guy's first venture into comics. Really well put together. I also love to see a guy doing his own thing. Well done to him!" Exclamation point, end quote, on that tweet.
So, we're to believe that. How long has Isom #1 been out? 2 years? A year?
I want to say it's it's 2. I think it's 21 is when Isom 1 came out.
The point is he just tweeted in 23 that Eric July sent him the first 2 issues. So I just got a question. How come if Millar is such a fucking fan, okay, and he's just now being like, whatever, like, why is he just getting that first issue, those first 2?
Yeah.
Why haven't you been more supportive, Mark? Is it because you're fucking bullshitting because Eric July paid you to tweet that? You fuck?
Much. Well, it's also like the way I look at this is, this is like, well, I'm just doing this person a favor because they sent me these. And then other people on Twitter were making jokes about it. They were quote tweeting and being like, "Did you really read it?
So what did you like exactly?
Yeah, what was your favorite part?" That became a meme where it was like, "No, tell us, Mark, what's your favorite part?" Because,
and of course he never answered.
That was the point. Was like, why don't you guys talk about this more? This is your friend's project. Why don't you talk about it more? Or why don't you tell us what you like?
Right,
So,
why is it taking you till now to tweet about this?
So Az, also known as Heel versus Babyface, also known as Heel versus Fuckface in these parts, he had a meltdown on Twitter about this. So because somebody, again, just said, what's your favorite part of Isom?
I shouldn't have to give you a real response.
Yeah, exactly. So here it is. Quote, "Cunts like you being so fucking mad someone did their own thing. It was massively successful while you will never amount to shit on this planet and will be a fucking loser for the rest of your miserable life."
Wow.
Continues. He tweets again. "What was your favorite part of Isom / He said slash here. Slash ice. No, he didn't. He actually put it there. Slash item 2 is a line said by concerned troll cunts that have no interest, all caps, in what your answer actually is. So then he says, I'm not going to keep doing the voice because it sucks.
Yeah, just read it.
So he goes, if you reply, love it, then you are a shill or lying. Now keep in mind, he is saying this about people asking him what his favorite part of his friend's story is.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, if you reply, loved it, then you are a shill or lying. Same logic these motherfuckers apply to you and me for liking the Marvels.
Right.
Or any MCU project.
Right.
If you reply, it was okay, then you didn't really like it, but you're trying to diminish the impact. Again, does this sound familiar?
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're getting your own logic used against you.
Yeah.
Or if you reply, hated it, then, oh my god, even Eric's friends don't like it. The more you concern troll, the more everyone sees how bitter, resentful, and jealousy, you put jealousy instead of jealous, jealousy you are of a man that put his money where his mouth is and won, all caps. That wasn't enough for Az. Az did a 3-hour live stream talking about this. I've pulled some clips.
Thank you, God.
And let me tell you, they are something else.
Some bullshit.
So in this 3-hour live stream, he gets a super chat from someone, and he reads it. And again, I want you to be very clear. I want this to be very clear. He's describing ISOM haters,
Yeah.
ISOM detractors.
Yeah.
But he could very easily be talking about himself.
Of course.
DB with a £2 says Vito and Dick are massive bellends, human offal. Well, they are. I mean, that's just a statement of fact. But as we're going to get into, we're talking about people who don't care. They don't care about comics. They don't care about pop culture. They don't care about Ripper. They don't care who's bought the book, who hasn't seen the book, who's read the book, who hasn't read the book. They don't care about any of that. To them, it's about clout. It's about content, because their whole content is around finding a target and targeting them. That's their whole content.
You?
Absolute, just scum. Just
So
scumbags.
you.
Described yourself.
So you
literally
fucking
just
piece of
described
shit.
you and your buddy's content model. You literally just did that.
Good job. Nice job, dude. Yeah, that's exactly what you do.
It
I mean,
is.
You don't have anything good or constructive to say about anything, unless it's some idiot who's trying to beat Marvel at their. I don't. What is Eric's July's
Yeah,
deal?
he's gonna take over comics.
Okay.
Rippaverse is gonna take out Marvel and DC
And
because
you
comics
know what?
are woke.
If enough of you fucking shitheads say it, it must be true, right? No, well, that's not how the real world works.
Yeah.
So you guys, just fuck off, man. Oh, I hate these people.
Part 2.
It's about people who are being very vocal in supporting Eric and attempting to create a narrative of, because you want.
Again, he's still trying
You're
to
creating a narrative which is telling a story and not the truth.
and he's
You're
also
making shit up about the fucking sales and
This
shit.
is all because someone asked him what his favorite part of his friend's book was. His comic book.
Answer the question, it means you didn't read the book, which means if you didn't read the book, which means you didn't like it. That's the logical, their logic, by the way, not actually logical, but their logic narrative that they're trying to put together. When the simple fact of the matter is, you mean nothing to us. We don't have to answer to you. As I've said, these are people who haven't even read the book, so they wouldn't even know,
like you,
that the answer I gave them was legit or not legit. And even if they had read the book and I gave an answer, then it's just like, move on. You just wouldn't hear from them again. Did you like it? I loved it. You're a shill. Did you like it?
Again,
Thought it
your
was
own
okay.
logic.
Which means you didn't like it.
I know that you have said this about Marvel properties. I know you and your buddies have used this logic. And again, all they were asking is, what did you like about your friend's comic books? Why are you making this an issue? Oh, is it because your guys' channels are getting hurt because the grift isn't working anymore?
Yeah, because a lot of people are figuring out that you guys are fucking idiots and you're not worth their time.
This is from
Yeah. And we got some more from Az here.
Oh my God.
This is from a community that's born out of finding a target and hitting that target, because that's how they get their content.
So trans
Dick
kids for
riders.
you.
People
Yes.
who can't create. People who've
virtue
got
signal.
no
No.
ideas.
Stop. I want you to hear
Sorry.
this. I want you to hear this.
Okay.
People who can't create. People who've got no ideas. Nothing to discuss. Scumbag. They got every right to make the content. Don't stop them from being just scumbags. They would fuck each other over in a heartbeat to get ahead of one another.
Which again, you are describing
Yourselves. Oh, dude, yeah. If it came down to the wire, you really think Nerdrotic and fucking this guy and fucking Melanie Mac all stick together? Hell no.
Also, how dare you? How
whatever.
dare you say that people that criticize your buddy Eric or don't like his book or whatever are not creative, are not people like? How can you even say that?
I mean,
When you literally have not a creative bone in your body, you know what his whole fucking thing is? He just watches a TV show and bitches and moans every single episode. And one of these stupid things, it's like, oh, I can't believe this happened. I can't believe this happened. I don't want to watch this show, but here I am doing it for fucking money. And then he dares to try and talk about integrity and creativity.
yeah.
Fuck, man! You got it solved. I just got to watch something, say it's woke, make up some stupid shit, and just run with it.
Yeah. Good job.
Spinning
buddy.
narratives,
Good
just like
job.
you were talking
Yep.
about.
Good job.
And I wanted to pull these clips up to prove a point. You keep showing your cards. You keep showing your grift. The mask is falling off. Because it's awfully convenient. When you don't get the views you want, you have your Starfield meltdown.
Yeah.
And then when that's starting to dry up, you latch on to the teat of Eric July and start suckling away on Twitter. And then you make a 3-hour live stream being like, he's my friend, and when all this happened with Starfield, they had my back. This problem in Starfield that I created because I needed clicks. You get no fucking sympathy from me.
No.
You're taking it.
More?
Yeah, you got great support.
Yeah, there's more.
From
Oh, it's
us.
almost over.
You're taking a lot of shit, dude.
Again, he's playing the victim about the Starfield situation that he created.
Yeah.
Because a game said you could be they, them. Or you could change your pronouns.
Let us
Who cares?
create a shield around you.
Oh, this part's amazing.
Let us circle the wagons around you. We'll start going. We'll do. Let the term that they used was, let the soldiers fight for you. Now, let the soldiers fight for you. You take a step back. You let the soldiers fight.
Because you were mad about.
Does Eric need
off.
my support with all this that's going on? No, he can look after himself. But I want to stand shoulder to shoulder next
So he'll
to
pay
him.
me.
So when he turns his head, he sees who's there right by his side. Because we support you. And we
Suckling
actually
on
like
his
you.
teat.
We want you to do well. We want you to succeed.
Because we're
That's
hungry.
That's the concept that
Feed
these people
me.
can't
We need
understand.
to eat.
Please, sir, can I have
Because they
some
will
more?
fuck each other over in a heartbeat to get ahead. Because that's where they're coming from. Their motivation is self-driven.
Oh,
Me
again.
above all else.
So are we self-driven or socialists? We can't be both, you fucking asshole. No, which one is it, fuckface?
Last one.
Okay. Oh, God.
One more.
All right.
thing about Isom. Well, my favorite thing
By the
was
way,
the
he finally answers it like an
Okay,
hour and a
so,
half into the
okay.
stream.
whole fight dynamic with Alpha Core, Yaira, and Isom. Because from day one, I think I've made it pretty clear from day one. I'm very interested in Alpha Core. I like the sort of look of Alpha Core, and I want to know more. Would you
Is he
like
the
to know
dipshit
more?
with the helmet?
Yes.
Yeah,
And then when, of course, it was announced that Chuck Dixon was going to write Alpha Core, then I was completely all in. My favorite bit about the first Isom comic was Yara, Isom, and Alpha Core having their little spat, can we say.
all that, all this, and you could have just saved yourself time by saying that, buddy.
Also,
Also, way to describe it.
that guy interests you?
You know,
You're even
the
a
part
shittier.
where the one guy fights the
You know,
one guy.
all
You
right.
know?
And the one guy in the fight, they fight. Because I got those cards.
I
like
read
you
'em,
all did.
and I
Cards
got
that are fucking crap. They're total crap. But I'm standing shoulder to shoulder with him.
but
So when he turns his head, He knows. He sees who's
Tyler,
there.
but I'd also like to point out that while this is happening, him and Eric July launched their own like podcast live stream
Nice.
together. Just conveniently, Az has just got to step up for Eric's honor.
I can't wait for the live stream where they jerk each other off.
Well, because of my YouTube algorithm being fucked to bits because of doing this coverage, sorry, fucked to bits is a new one. I see his fucking live
Pounded the
streams and
shit
stuff
out
on
of
my
that.
YouTube feed.
Yeah.
So I saw he was playing RoboCop Rogue City, which we'll talk about in the long box. He was playing that.
I'd poop, yeah.
And he said, "Watch an Alpha Core." Like he was like looking at the sales numbers for Alpha Core while he's playing RoboCop. And how can you not post things like that and not make people think that you work for Eric?
Yeah.
Because I love you and support you, Tyler, but I'm not that insane about stuff that you do creatively, and you are the same way with me. Because there's a level of supporting your friend, and there's a level of like
I'll post it on
clearly
Facebook.
like clout chasing. You know what I
I'll
mean?
post it on Facebook.
No, that's not you. But you know what I mean. To go to this level of having a Twitter meltdown, going on a 3-hour live stream, and then constantly talking about the book, it just seems a little fishy that out of the blue he just like is all in on the Rippaverse. It just seems weird.
Yeah.
Hey, and you know what? Maybe he isn't getting paid. Maybe he's just supporting his friend.
Maybe he's just got a big
But
fat...
to do all of this because people asked you what you liked about it because you can't seem to stop talking about it, they just might have assumed that you would want to talk about it. Crazy. Oh, and there's another cope before as we wrap things up. They made a T-shirt that said, "What's your favorite part?" And it's one of the guys from Alpha Core, and it's like, you guys. You just cannot. You gotta stop. I get trying to lean into the meme,
It's
but
terrible.
it's just bad. It's just bad.
It's just terrible.
And you know what I felt like after watching most of that live stream, hoping I can get that time back? I felt like it was
Boring!
Yeah.
yeah. You know what time it is,
What
Tyler?
time is it?
It's a long box. It's a long box, Tyler.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Who's going first?
You can go first.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Okay. You know what? We might have to do a little something special here on this long box. So I'll be short on this one, but it's a little bit of a combination of two segments because it's RoboCop, Rogue City is my long box. I've been playing that. Just finished Spider-Man 2 a little bit ago, a couple weeks ago, or like a week or so ago. So then I dived in head first when I found out, a RoboCop came out.
RoboCop came in.
I have not beat it yet, but I played, I would say 4 or 5 hours worth of it, and it is a much slower moving game than I expected. In a sense that, for one, you move slow because you're RoboCop.
Right.
And to go from the fluidity and the speed of Spider-Man to the slow tank movements of RoboCop is kind of an adjustment. I mean, you can still like run with him, like either
Sure.
sprint button and stuff. But the game just feels so much fun, and it's not a perfect like. There's some things in this game that look great. Like RoboCop's model itself looks great. Like the metal is, the next gen.
Metal!
Yeah. The next gen graphics are shining through, but honestly, this game just fucking nails the tone of RoboCop so perfectly, and I love it so much. I'm eating it up. Like, I am spending more time doing side shit than I expected, because there's like little side missions that you can do in Detroit, because you're actually patrolling as a cop.
Yeah.
So like you can give out tickets, and I did feel bad because there's this kid, like as I'm walking to this main mission, there's a kid graffitiing, and if you walk by him, it'll just go into a cutscene, and it's just RoboCop being like, "Stop graffitiing," and he's like, "Fuck you, cop," and then just RoboCop and like runs away. So then you have to like use your visor to like scan his footprints, and you find him. And I gave him a ticket. He's like, "I can't pay for that." I was like, "Well, you should have thought of that, because I upheld the law." But
You're such a fucking fascist, dude.
He's RoboCop. He's a
Yeah,
fascist.
yeah.
No, he's American
Fucking
Jesus.
fascist. He's American Jesus.
American Jesus.
Stay away from me.
Don't want any
American
trouble.
Jesus.
There's just so much.
Mama sent me.
You can tell this was made by people that love RoboCop because there's so many Easter eggs in this game. Like just the other night I was playing it, and there's a whole sequence where you're going to break up this biker gang and get this guy, and they're like, hey, we got Ed 209 ready to go with you. And I'm like, am I really going to fucking fight side by side with an Ed 209? And then the level starts, and I'm like, oh, we are. And then it's like, oh, it's a challenge tutorial for it's challenge mode. I'm like, what? So I'm killing dudes, and it's racking up my score. Like I'm competing against Ed 209 for a better high score.
Okay.
So I can upgrade my RoboCop. And it's just like, it's so, like, I recorded it because I didn't do a review for it at some point, but, like, it was just so fun to be, like, in this game just hearing, like, RoboCop, and I'm just icing dudes, and then there's an Ed 209, like, doing lion roars behind me, shooting guys, and it's just, it's fun. But, you know, the whole time I was doing that, I'm like, I'm going to have to fight this fucking thing. Like, that's what I kept thinking in my head. And then the level ends, you do some other stuff, and then the Ed 209 goes haywire, and I was like, of course. And he's a fucking pain in the ass. And I'm just like,
yeah.
because I'm shooting the speaker thing on his head, and I'm like, you fucking thing, just die already. And I got, like, no ammo, and it's just.
And you suck.
Yeah. It's a game that is clearly. I think it's a much more competent sequel to that first movie than the movies are. Now, again, we've talked about how I've kind of changed my tune on RoboCop 2. This is technically set after RoboCop 2.
Yeah.
Because you break up like nuke dens. And
Also,
shit.
there's no fucking jetpack.
Yes, and it's Peter Weller again. Oh, and the dialogue options, like the dialogue choices are so good and funny. And like, there's one side mission I was doing, and I'll wrap this up. I had to go to a payphone because this guy was selling nuke.
Oh, right.
And he was selling it through payphones. But because he was selling it at a lower rate than the other nuke dealers, they were getting pissed, so they're busting up payphones so he couldn't get his clients. Couldn't get his client base for his nuke. And so you call him as RoboCop, and you have dialogue options. He goes, yeah, man, what do you who's this? What do you want? Blah, blah. And he's like, you can do dialogue choices. And I was like, do you not like making money? And he goes like, wait, you sound funny. Wait, are you fucking RoboCop? Like, he says that on the phone. It's like, where is your location? Because like the guys break in. You get there, you go to the rooftop. And by the way, this is all a side mission. You could totally miss this. This is what's so funny about it.
Okay.
So I get to the top, and the nuke dealer's up there, and the three other nuke dealers are yelling at him. And they are straight up having a conversation about economics, like screaming at each other about economics. He's like, because you don't understand. When you cut the rates of your product, it takes down the gross for everyone in the neighborhood. And like, they're like having a full-on economic.
We have an inelastic product, man.
Yes.
Listen, supply cannot exceed demand.
Yeah, they're saying shit like, you're hurting the rate of the ROI, return on investment. Blah, blah, blah. And then RoboCop comes into the frame and goes, put the weapons down, or this will be your last talk about economics. And I'm like, I fucking love this game. And he does it in slow-mo, so I slow-mo just shoot all these dudes' heads, and just it pop. Like, when you shoot them in the head, it pops. Like, there's blood and
So
gore.
you're just murdering people in a game.
It's true. So then I go to the nuke dealer,
No
and
due
I try and
process.
talk him off the ledge, and it doesn't work, and the dude kills himself. Like, he just jumps off the side of the building, and I'm like,
All right.
what is this? But it works in that world because it's such a satirized, hyperized world that, like, oh, yeah, that would happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, RoboCop, Rogue City. Haven't finished it yet, but big fan of it. Big
I
fan.
like it.
Tyler, what are you doing?
My long box is Good Morning Vietnam.
Good morning!
Vietnam! Oh, Hannah, you slept. You've been on anything but the Titanic. I was sitting around the other day, and I really wanted to watch that movie because it was one of my favorites from growing up, and it's Robin Williams. It's just classic, obviously. And one of the things that I realized this time around, it's probably the 9th, 10th, 11th time I've seen it. One of the things I realized is that he's not on the air, like the radio stuff, like very much in the movie at all. It's maybe like 10 minutes total out of a 2-hour movie. The rest of it is his relationship with this kid. And it never really hit me until I get, you get to the end of it, And there's the moment where the kid like is just talking to you, and he's like, or he's yelling at Robin Williams' character Adrian Cronauer, and it's towards the end of the movie, and he's trying to tell the kid that he's got discharged because of his relationship with him because he's a VC terrorist, and the kid, they focus on him, and he's just crying, and he's just telling like, you treat us like animals, and you really understand like what kind of horrible things like us being over there did. Not just the French before us, but then us. And this whole like, we got to stop the advance of communism bullshit. Listen, guys, what was going on in the USSR was not communism. And what's going on in China is not communism. They say they are, but you know what? The Nazis said they were socialists too, and they're not. So, there. So, you know, the whole thing in the 50s and 60s was just a bunch of white dudes fucking trying to impose their fucking will on a bunch of other non-white dudes. And it was horrible and awful. And even though the movie's pretty good, there are some questionable things in there, obviously. But it's, for its time, not too bad. And performances are all great. Everybody in the movie's great. And, of course, Robin Williams is classic. You know, just doing his thing or whatever. Highly recommend it. 5 stars.
Well, Tyler,
Good for a walk back. Hey, did we go to Jay's last week?
we did go to Jay's. If you want to grab those Blu-rays over there. Now, when you watch this on YouTube, there's going to be nice pictures of me displaying them. Oh, you dropped one. I had another one.
Oh, fuck you.
All right. So, what I got from Jay last weekend, the local used...
JCD and Hobby.
Yeah.
One of our favorite places.
Yes. Got records, Blu-rays, DVDs, comic books, video games, all that shit.
If you're into cool shit, they got something for you.
Yeah. So they had a big sale, so I stopped in because I said it on the show. I think if I haven't, I'll say it again. I'm leaning towards going back to physical media just because of how ridiculous and expensive streaming is getting. And the password.
Right, but when are you really going to wait until Loki comes out on DVD before you watch it?
Blu-ray.
Whatever.
Anyway, so let's talk about it. I got 4 Blu-rays. First one,
I got 2 movies.
Keep
but
in
we'll
mind these were like $5. They were $2.50 when I picked them up. But the first one I have amazing. I have this Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. Now I have the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Nice.
So
you have both?
Spider-Man 1. Well, this one is interesting because it is a Blu-ray DVD. So I got
both.
1 Blu-ray disc, 2 Blu-ray discs. The second Blu-ray disc is just special features.
Wow.
And then a DVD.
Wow.
And a bonus disc DVD in here.
Wow.
So 4 discs for 1 movie.
I think the double Captain America movie I got was 1 disc total.
Yeah, you know. If you want the DVD copy, I have that. Also, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Wow.
So this says this is mastered in 4K. So I have a 4K TV. I want to try that out. But yeah, this is just a DVD Blu-ray combo.
Same thing as you had.
Pop it open.
Yeah, same thing as you had.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Just 2 discs this time.
Right. Okay, let's move on.
What? The video is going to be great.
Your fucking video.
Nobody listens to this show.
What?
No. Last 2, you're going to love.
I want to do a commentary on this one.
We will do a commentary on
Yes.
this. The Last Action Hero with Schwarzenegger. One of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies. As a Blu-ray, though, I don't feel like it's going to have much special features as much as it should. And the 4th movie, probably the most random choice of this haul, Horrible Bosses, the totally inappropriate edition. I like this movie. I've been wanting to watch it, and it's not really streaming anywhere, so I bought it for cheap. So that's my haul. And we'll definitely do something more with physical media in the future. I'm not saying a segment here, but maybe something on YouTube, you know? Mm-hmm. Tyler, we forgot to do one thing.
Well, I want to talk about my haul.
Oh, okay.
I got Transformers the movie for $250.
We need to watch that. That's got to be.
We will do that. We will do a commentary. And it's a interesting window into my childhood. Like the cartoons we did this summer when the strike was going on. You're like, wow, it says a lot about you. That was cool. There's an episode called Scramble City, it was a episode of Transformers that was made elsewhere and released only in Japan. Okay. and you can find it on YouTube, but they have it with an audio commentary, and it's a very bizarre, like 15-minute thing. I looked it up on Wikipedia. I'm like, this is actually a thing. But Scramble City refers to Metroplex. But anyway, that's one of the Easter eggs on that 2-disc set. Again, $250 for that. And then the other thing I got was Captain America and Captain America 2, Death Too Soon. And these are fucking horrible movies, dude. Reb Brown plays Captain America, or Steve Rogers, and I'll say this about him. He looks like I would imagine Steve Rogers to look from the comics, to be really honest. He looks the part. Blonde hair, big muscled motherfucker, whatever. And I watched at least a half an hour of it, and they still had not gotten him into his whole Captain America getup. At one point, they show him the motorcycle with the shield, and the guy who's like supposed to be like his handler, or like teaching him how to be Captain America, it's like this gigantic, like plastic disc, but it's not really a disc because it's a bowl almost.
Gosh.
And he takes it and he's trying to throw it effortlessly with one hand, like, and watch when you throw it. So they show like a quick shot of him throwing it, but they don't cut away in time. So he's like, and it went like a foot, right?
Yeah.
And then they show like this other like shot of like it going like really slowly across the yard. Wow. And then, like, after a while, he goes, oh, look out. And then somebody throws the fucking shield back at him. And the Captain America character catches it like, oh, see, it comes back to you.
Jeez Louise. That's terrible.
That's when I realized I don't need to watch any more of this bullshit. Because then that was followed by 5 straight minutes solid of him just cruising the beaches of Malibu on his rocket cycle with the shield strapped to the front. And at some point, some guys in a helicopter start shooting at him. And instead of going, hey, I got a shield, put it on my back, he just keeps driving farther away. Like, I'm going to use my rocket boost so I can drive farther away from
save it,
them.
man. We got to watch it. We got to finish
it's fucking awful, man.
Yeah, we got to do
I
it for
won't
the
watch
show.
it. I won't.
Won't do it.
I wouldn't do that to myself.
We didn't complain about the movies, did we?
What movie? Oh, too many fucking previews, man. That's it.
The movie was, we were going to watch it at 11:05 a.m. on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Movie didn't start until 11:30. And before that,
Yeah.
nothing but ads.
Nothing.
This is why
And it started.
This is why I appreciate like Alamo Draft House, Flix Brew House. They put like clips from other movies in there, give you
Flix is-
context.
Yeah.
This is just ads.
I would have liked to see this movie at Flix to see what kind of old school like Captain Marvel shit they could have found.
Instead, we get fucking Maria Menounos.
I'll say this, man. Like, whoever's in charge of, like, the Flix, like, before movie stuff, I don't know what other movies are like because I've only really watched, like, Marvel superhero movies and stuff in front of those, but they're really good at finding old clips.
Wow.
Good time.
There you go. Episode 122.
I just wish they wouldn't keep using the old popcorn.
Last night's pop. Oh, for sure we had last night's popcorn, but it was good.
Buttered styrofoam. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.